Lucian Varus.
The car goes mild.
The crowd goes mild. Yeah, I don't know. This is one where it's like...
And then proc away one of his abilities, then get some more and do it again, and really play around that percent damage. And he really understands that he doesn't need to kind of itemize or spec against the weaknesses generally, where you run maybe like CDR glyphs, or you run magic resistance glyphs. Like, he's really built for this 1v1.
Yep. And I also think that having that 19% attack speed allows him to push that much easier. If he wants to push his opponent and harass him under turret, this is going to help him to do that. So both players have elected to start Q first, and we are going to see that, and just going to start kind of farming it out here. But I think the mana regen, once again, it's very intelligent. He doesn't want to get up in the face of the Lucian. He wants to sit back. He wants to be able to poke him out, and the only kind of risk there is if you get pushed in, you have to start CSing under turret, and just like that, you can fall behind. So We1less needs to make sure he's using his attack speed, keeping the wave at least more even, so he can be able to pick up more of this farm and kind of keep it more neutral. Yeah,
always be auto-attacking the minions, and when you harass with your spells, you want kind of double value, so you want to hit both the Lucian and the creeps, but that's why they start E as well, because if you use Q through an entire wave, one, it's hard to hit, and two, it's going to do much more diminished damage.
And you can see We1less is actually kind of scared of the Lucian dashing in, so he's sitting very far back. He's using his auto attack so much less. You can even just see, like, he was strafing back and forth with the 3 main range minions there, while Levi was pushing up, hitting his Q, using his passive on the minions, and he has been kind of in control of this wave.
Yeah, but Lucian spikes much earlier, much better early trade.
That level 2 power spike, Crapo. Tell me about it.
Was he backpedaling? We1less is this thing equivalent of backpedaling what he was doing, canceling some autos.
Well, the E does not land there, and so far Levy's doing a really good job with the CS, and it would be interesting to see if he wants to go for something like, he has Warlords, I do believe, so if you pick up the Warlords, if you go something like a Vamp Scepter or whatever, and you just try to kind of push your opponent really, really quickly, and just kind of try to heal up and outlast him in that way and win on farm.
He is running armor on his glyphs, so he's not running the mana regen that We1less is. That's kind of the only difference in the build. Both are indeed running Warlords.
But he is running Perseverance as well as all of the HP regen talents. So he has the lifesteal talents, he has the flat regen talents, he's 12 into resolve. So this means he can kind of sit through a lot of the poke, and I think that stacking lifesteal with a build like this makes a lot of sense, because you can get that push, you can kind of tank through and hopefully just heal back up over and over, and I think it's a really smart strategy, actually.
He's also just playing it very well. Whenever there's a window for him to go aggressive, he does up into it, so he's not super tunnel vision focused on this push as a mild CS league. But as we'll see, as this matchup progresses, We1less, once he gets access to more spells, is going to be much more comfortable dealing immediately with these larger waves.
Yeah, but Levi is controlling the runes. He picks up both the runes, which is very big there, and he is going to be able to get an advantage from that.
But that's a mistake. We1less was playing on the left side for brush control, but at the same time, he could have easily been playing on the opposite side and gotten that relic right there. So that is We1less leaving an opportunity for Levi, and he is definitely punishing where he sees them fit. Right now, he's playing more in a defensive posture, but he's definitely on top of his game.
Yeah, certainly. It kind of talks again about the fact that these guys practice these modes.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, this is going to be a slow push for his opponent, which is going to deny a lot of the minions there. So I think this is really smart. Most people would have tried to shove it in. I don't think they would have got it in time.
Yeah, I need to look at what the range creeps are doing. If you're wondering ever how a freeze becomes to be, it's basically because there is a slight advantage, especially in range creeps on the other side. Just look at them. They're all going to focus a creep. Melee creeps are really good at soaking up damage. It's the range creeps that you want to keep alive. And then when the next wave comes in, it just kind of stacks up and up and up.
And if you're asking yourself, hey, well, he's missing some minions, why did he do this? It's because the opponent has more minions that are going to kill off his minions. So even though he misses a couple CS, his opponent loses way more and must push forward into him and kind of in a more vulnerable spot. And I do like the purchase here. I think cloth armor is actually pretty smart.
Especially in AD carry matchups, because I feel like, as we see the relic being taken, really good punish by We1less.
But look how little damage that is.
Damage helps you part on your abilities and part on your auto attacks, but it's kind of scaling. But armor, I feel like it works against the base damage of abilities as well. Therefore, it's kind of more beneficial. It's more useful. It does kind of suck in all ins, but if you're playing CS game, armor is a good choice.
Yeah, it certainly is. And this is kind of my understanding of what Levi wants to do. That looks like a not-so-good trade, but he has more regen. He has more lifesteal. He has these defensive masteries, and his plan is, hey, yes, I lose that little
level
trade.
6 all in,
he has the culling. Is he going to go for it? Oh,
barrier, no exhaust.
Not quite enough.
Really well timed there. He went back, got the last CS ready. As he was dying, he walks up with the dying CS.
This is so smart.
And this is honestly super well played by Levi.
This is so smart. the cloth armor, the defensive masteries, the way he is playing this, he's now going to be able to deny minions. He's up 14 CS, gets a better buy. He's basically tanking his opponent to a victory.
Yeah, he's just like a pseudo bruiser, I think is the closest we could call it. I mean, he has 1 cloth armor. We're not going to call him a bruiser, but I definitely agree
2 cloth armors, Crebo.
2 cloth armors.
Yeah, what do you got to say now? He's practically Mundo with 6 items.
This is as close as we'll ever get to a Renekton again. But it is just so super efficient because like any physical damage that is already on the base damage of an ability now gets negated a bit better by the cloth armor. Obviously there's Warlords, which rewards you on lower HP. I love that he's proactively sweeping every time. He can cancel the back, but instead he's just going for that freeze again, pulling the wave.
Yeah, and I think since the back has gone off, he's just trying to group the minions now, and he's going to be able to pull them all together. They group up. He actually puts the ranged minions behind the melees.
That's really important. He rearranges the wave in a sense. If you wonder if he's pulling the minions, why did he kill one then? Because he needs to stay sustained. A little bit of lifesteal here and there. Still, there's a massive advantage. If there's a 4 stack of range creeps at the back, and there's a cannon creep, you have control of where you want the wave to go. Now he can pull the wave to him again, and then when calling is up again, go for the all-in with barrier on cooldown.
Exactly, and he's going to be able to pick up most of these CS, because he has a lot of AD. He has double Dorans, he has double Longsword. This is super free to last hit under the turret, and okay, he misses 1, but still.
That, of course, massacres.
Still, I mean, he's up 10 CS, he's doing very well, and for We1less, he needs some lifesteal. He picks up the Vamp Scepter, but then it's like, well, you're not going to have enough mana. You're not going to be able to really do a huge amount of damage to poke this guy out. So where is your advantage? Where do you win here? And it starts to become a bit desperate for We1less.
Especially if you see that We1less opts in the same style with the Vamp Scepter.
Exactly. You're trying to do what your opponent is doing, but you're doing it worse.
From behind, and that's how you never win. So We1less needs to make a tactical shift and honestly go for open with an auto attack in the queue. Try and outrange and go for the ulti, but there's really good side switch from Levi. Again, he dodges it, turns it to Culling. We1less right now tanking creeps. Exhaust is there too. Levi can dash again real soon, and that's it.
Oh, the exhaust. Oh, he canceled his auto. He had to back up there. He stuttered the auto because of the exhaust, the attack speed reduction. Levi would have had it, but don't fret too much. He's still up a lot of farm. He can push it in, and both players have the barrier, but that should have been game.
Yeah, that should have been game if he went slightly more optimal. He still has an entire barrier. He can definitely outplay this.
Look at his lifesteal. He's already back so much of this HP. He's being able to heal back up. He's being able to regen back up, and he can look to go aggressive on We1less if he sees the opportunity.
And the problem is We1less needs to get a couple auto attacks in before he uses abilities. Levi, the only way he loses this right now is if he gets sucked in and kind of greets for the last few CS.
Yeah, or if he can get baited into an all-in. Like at this point, you don't even have to. You can use Cullings on the wave and stuff. He's 20 CS from victory. His opponent basically has to get almost 3 full waves advantage in farm. And at this point, Levi has the item advantage. He has kind of the CS advantage. If you keep your opponent in lane here, if you keep him stuck in this, then how do you lose? I
really like that he's trading just every time We1less uses either an E or a Q, it's being traded for the gap calls are on the side of Levi.
Yeah, very smart. He's going to miss that CS, unfortunately. That's a little bit unlucky, but should be able to... okay, well, that was a little bit careless. I mean, he should have at least got 2 of those.
I think he's trying to decide, like, am I getting baited into an all-in? What's the cooldown on Varus ultimate? Should I base? Guys, he's trying to run the numbers here. And We1less is taking advantage of that confusion. I think the best thing to do for Levi here is just base.
Yeah, part of the problem here is that because he's hesitating on what to do, now he's going to lose a lot of minions to the turret when he does base. And he is eventually going to kind of come to that conclusion where that's what he should do. But when you give up the minion advantage, when you give up the wave, then you're not auto-attacking, you're not using that lifesteal. And wow, look at this buy. He picks up a Warden's Mail as well as a Caulfield. So
super efficient.
Super efficient, super tanky. And because it was a cannon wave, he's actually not losing as many minions as he should have, right? The cannon tanks it up, it allows you to get back there.
Because We1less also hesitated. He would hesitate on the punish, and obviously it's really hard for him to like kind of tear through that entire wave because he's running so much attack speed and doesn't have that much raw AD to enhance his abilities.
He's 10 CS away. I don't think We1less could have even afforded to back here. He's going to get this full free wave, then he's 4 CS away, and Culling is up. He just has to
coming in.
He just has to cull the next wave. We1less must all in now. We1less has to all in pretty much immediately. And even still, Levi has his barrier, and he can just Culling the wave. I mean, what is We1less going to do?
90% over, but we have been wrong in the past. So We1less, I don't even know why he's going for CS.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter at this point.
Needs to get out there and start fighting because the minion wave is coming.
Oh, no sweep. There is almost an exhaust. He really wants to get that exhaust up too. We1less pops the elixir. Levi can just let the minions do the talking for him. There's 12 CS away, and he... Okay, We1less, he wants to deny as much as he can. He's ready, though.
I think the thing is, if We1less takes a full culling, then Levi can just win the all-in, but he just needs those minions. He's going to go
in,
for it.
Put a culling on a wave. 1 minion, 2, or 1 more. Levi's We1less blocking the culling. It's over.
Got it. And we talked about it. Is it mechanics or is it intelligence? And Levi, he outthought We1less. This was so smart. The crowd a little unhappy it's not a kill, but I got to give this guy credit. He outthought his opponent.
If you get